And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of my blind playthrough of RDR2 in 2025. And you can see Arthur is of average weight. Today is our chill episode, so we're going to be talking with campmates. Might go into town and play some cards at the saloon. Maybe grab a meal there also. But earlier this week, it just so happened to work out that I needed a game that I could play kind of what I would call mindlessly while I listened to a bunch of news in the background. Like, I consume hours of news. And this is the game that I hopped into. So I did some hunting already. Arthur should have food on him. 1 day has passed since the last time you saw an episode. What's that ding about? It seems to have to do with my health. Fully restores health because it's moonshine. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, once I switched over, it moved off. So you can see I have meat on hand. 2, 3, 5, and 1 time venison. I don't know if that's pronounced time or tem. But, took care of that while listening to news earlier in the week. So then today, we're just gonna go work on shores and talk with the people. Let's say hello to Lenny here.
Good morning. All right. You've been doing good.
Thanks, Arthur.
Keep at it.
All right, Arthur.
All right, so let's look up or look at the mini map for our chores. I see a black dot.
Morning, Arthur.
Morning.
Like your new home?
I won't miss that other place, that's for sure.
Keep your nose clean. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
See ya, Arthur.
Maybe we can give Domino's a shot today.
Morning, Arthur.
Hey. All right. I'm gonna go get some water.
How's it going?
Morning, Arthur.
Good to hear.
We should probably grab some coffee. The water looks so pretty, man. The morning, seeing the sunrise and how the light gradient changes. That's one of the reasons I like playing these chill episodes. I just kind of look at, I just observe everything. It's real peaceful.
Fire's good and hot, Mr. Morgan.
Ah, well. Morning, Arthur. All right, Jack.
Is that a body? No. Okay. So it looks like we only had to do that once. I was thinking we might have to do it twice. Let's get some coffee. Talk with Sadie.
Mrs. Adler.
Good morning, Arthur.
So it fortified our stamina, I think.
What are you hanging around for?
You look pissed off. Okay. Just checking you're all right.
Okay, Arthur.
Yeah, don't kid yourself. She appreciates that we looked in on her. She just don't want to be treated like a dress-up doll. So she's kind of defensive.
Thanks, Arthur. Pearson was moaning about those.
How are things?
Okay, considering.
That's good. Good job, Arthur.
Pearson will be happy.
Okay, so there should be some hay. Hay bales.
Harley.
Hello.
How's it going?
I've had better days.
I'm with you there.
Hey, Javier.
Morning, Arthur.
Oh, is that? Yeah, there's the Penny Dreadful that we got for Jack. I think it is. Oh, that's cool. Okay, where are we gonna find hay at? There it is. I thought I remembered seeing some hay bales somewhere.
Hi, mess with me before my morning coffee and I'll scratch your eyes out.
I believe you.
Arthur!
Hmm?
Arthur!
What's up, Tilly? We gotta go deliver this hay first. Tilly, I'll be right back. Let me get these horses fed. Water on the ground. This is where we sleep, huh? Maybe not such a great spot.
I bet them horses sure appreciate that.
I hope so. I think they're too dumb to appreciate it. Get out of my way.
Hey, little fella. What you up to?
Nothing.
How'd you like to earn $1?
$1?
What are you up to, Micah?
Well, go up to old Arthur Morgan. Ask him about the pole he's got stuck up his ass. I'll give you $1.
I don't get to respond to that. And we just staring at each other.
I'll give you $1.
How are you?
Shut your mouth for 5 minutes.
So touchy, Morgan.
Stop being an idiot.
Yeah, these two are kind of cut from the same cloth a little bit. So there ain't gonna be too much getting along between them, I don't think.
How are you?
Alive? You?
Fine. Let me ask you a question. If I was to kill Miss Grimshaw, would Dutch be mad?
I think, as a general rule, Dutch likes to avoid murder within the camp. I mean, there was that one time, but he was a traitor. But Miss Grimshaw, well, Dutch has a soft spot for her.
I thought as much. Was she always like this?
I ain't quite old enough to know.
No, of course. So as long as you've known her,
She's always liked her swill of vinegar.
I'd like to give her a swig of arsenic.
We'll just do it discreetly.
I will. You fancy a game of dominoes?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Perfect.
If I'm playing with you, she'll leave me alone.
Can't believe the dominoes survived Blackwater, but my necklace didn't.
Oh, yeah. I thought something looked different.
Well, I stole that one. I'm sure I can steal another easy enough.
I'll keep my eye out for you, too.
I didn't see what it said about all fives up there. All right, we got 3-1, 6-2, 2-1, double blank, double 5. That's probably good. 6 blank and 4-2. So she's got a 3-2 up there. So we could play our 3-1, I guess. View table, select a tile. Play tile. Did he pick one up automatically?
Nothing on this one.
Okay, so we played off the 2. Now she's got a double 3. So we ought to be able to play our 3-1. How do I view tiles? View table. This tile has no available moves. Please select another tile. Well, I'd like to. This tile has... What do I... Do I have to, like, aim at one? I want to aim at that double 3. Target score, all 5s, 100. Edge score, 7. She has 5 points and I got nothing.
You know, I think I like this spot better than Horseshoe Overlook now.
Well, I don't want to spend... Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh, okay. There, that one right there. I see. So I use my stick, my controller. I want to play off that.
Great. Here.
So that forced her to pick one, because we had 1s at the end, which is kind of what I wanted to do. Okay, so we have 1s and 6s. And I've got 6-2 and a 6 blank. I think I want to play that 6 blank.
Nothing here.
Okay, she used the blank that I wanted to use. So I've got 2, 1, and 3. I got a 2-6 and a 2-4. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, okay, you can play off that way. Oh, what? That just makes sense. Okay, so we're running out of room. Hey, we're gonna play that double five now. I didn't score points. I wonder why I didn't score points on that. Okay, so we got 3, 1, and 4. So, take our 4 here. What is that? That's a 1, 6. Six, 4. What do we got there? A 1, 2, or a 1, 5. A 1, 5.
There we have it. Domino.
Lucky.
Okay.
Going to make nothing.
Next
The
round.
Pinkertons could see you now. Killer, bank robber, dominoes player.
You gotta keep them on their toes.
Not the way you wanted to get arrested, though. Imagine the newspaper headlines.
Well, keep your eye out then.
Okay, so we gotta. I think you have to start with a double, don't you? Can I move around? I can move. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if this is smart or not.
Nothing on this one.
Okay, what has she got there? 6, 2. So we can play 6s or 2s. I want to play another 6. I'm going to put the 6 blank up there. Okay. Oh. How did she score 5 points? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. All right, we got 3s, 2s, and 6s. Let's go with a 2. Ooh, 3s, 2s, and 6s still. Okay, 5s.
Damn.
Darn.
Perfect.
5 to blank. Ooh.
Ah, here's one.
She's kind of carving me up now.
Oh, all right.
That's a 5. 5, 5, and a 2. Okay, so we'll play, I guess, the 2, 4. Okay, that's a 6, 3.
I got domino here.
Well, you
That's
did
not
well.
too bad.
55. Somehow
You're
I got
doing
5
okay.
points. Oh, I think she must be getting points from what's left in my hand. All right, well, we're gonna leave.
You got something to do all of a sudden?
Yeah, do Tilly. You cleaned our clock. I was gonna say best 2 out of 3, but you skunked me 2-0.
Good morning, Arthur.
We should go fishing again soon. That was fun.
Yes, I needed that. To clear the mind after everything.
Yep.
Sure. Something about watching you clean it gets me all hot and bothered.
What the hell?
I love it.
You'll not charm me, Mr. Bell.
How is that
I'll
charming?
certainly try.
That come off sounding creepy as all get out to me. That was cringe. I don't know. Guess if the timing is right. What's
Living high on the hog now, sir.
That's good news.
Yes, sir.
what's this exclamation point about? Tilly wanted to talk to us. No, she already talked to us about Grimshaw.
Hi there.
Found this. You said you lost yours.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. Here, please take this. It's the least I can do.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. I see a chore over here. What time is it? 9:22 in the morning. And what's my status? Underweight. Average still. Okay. Let's see if we can hold out till lunch. I can't believe I'm going to have to look up a YouTube video on how to play dominoes again. This game have me acting like real life. Like, I haven't done this a long time. Let me refresh my memory. I hope everybody had a good week. I'll tell you, I had a good week, but yesterday, man, I was kind of a walking enigma. I was really frustrated with something while simultaneously being encouraged.
Keep at it. Don't want that fire going out.
And it was the Epstein list. So the Department of Justice over here ordered the FBI. The FBI is under the Department of Justice. So the department is the big office, and the FBI is one of the sub offices within it that they oversee. And the top person of the Department of Justice, if I got this correct, is Attorney General Pam Bondi. And the top person of the FBI under Attorney General Pam Bondi is Kash Patel. I meant to walk towards there was another chore. So Pam Bondi, as head of the Department of Justice, ordered the FBI to release all of the documents that they had on Jeffrey Epstein, to release it to the public. Now, I'm not really sure of why they're doing it the way that they're doing. When they release to the public, they're not making it just publicly available to everybody. They're releasing it to certain conservative talk shows. That didn't sound like you. Oh.
Good job finding this spot.
You found it too?
I wouldn't have if you hadn't talked me into it.
It sounded like John Marston, but I don't see him. But anyway, that's another issue. The point being that they ordered the FBI to release the Epstein list. And what happened is that the FBI released information that we pretty much already know about. And even though we know about it, redacted a whole bunch of stuff. So it was kind of like an act of defiance, I think. So I'm frustrated about that because the way our government works, it's supposed to be of, by, and for the people. And the people elected this administration. So we have acts of, it's a traitor. It's an act of, I don't know what to call that, traitorism? It's a traitorous act.
How you doing, Arthur?
Fine, Micah.
Good. I've been worried about you. I really have.
Me? Why?
Oh, you know, Just the usual reasons. I'm here for you, brother. How's it going?
I can't say I'm doing too well.
So
Ups and downs.
that's the frustrating part, is to just have yet another sign that we have an infiltration of what amounts to a, I can't say foreign, but I want to say foreign. It is something not of America that is doing things against our Constitution and seemingly just getting away with it, and has been for a long time, just calling the shots. An oligarchy at best, being ruled by an aristocracy, an unelected aristocracy that doesn't care what the people have said. It's going to do what it believes is right and kind of laugh at us and thumb its nose at us. Oh, I shouldn't be. I'm going to have to go pay for all this to get replenished. Well, I guess I done started, so. So that's the frustration part, right? Now here's the enigma part, is that at the same time, I'm encouraged, because in years past, this would just simply be done and we wouldn't even hear about it. We never would have been told that an Epstein list was going to be released. And if we had, it would have just slipped past the news cycle. It would have been yesterday and then that's it, you know? And I don't think that that's the case anymore. I think there's something, this is a case of something looking the same, but being actually two different things. In years past, the deep state would pull this off with zero fear. Kind of like I said, thumbing their nose at us, right? And we don't care what you say, we're going to do our own thing. Now, I think that the deep state's being forced to do these kinds of things, and that it is causing them to, it's causing the people who are willing to break the law, to expose themselves. And so, supposedly right now, and I am choosing to take this on a matter of faith, we are investigating the office that was responsible for this. It's the office of the Southern District of New York, a notoriously liberal, although I think that's a misnomer.
Mr. Morgan, people are happy and well fed.
I'm going to call it democratic. No, I don't even want to call it that, man. They're anti-liberal. You know, this is the thing that I've noticed about the left, is that they're all about liberalism whenever it goes in their favor, and they're all about democracy when it goes in their favor, and they are absolute, ruthless, mercilessly authoritarian when it doesn't. That's why I don't believe these people for a red cent.
Don't irritate me, boy. The truth hurts, don't it?
When they talk about defending democracy, these are all liars, and then it's the people naive enough to believe them. I typically make a separation between the government types that know what they're doing and the voters who have simply been hoodwinked.
You okay?
But acting under the presumption that we're being told the truth, and we'll find out, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel are in the process of investigating that entire department. What is this horse doing just walking through the camp?
Have a seat and a swig,
And we're going to expose some people that have been willing to put their heads out there, and we're going to fire them. Now, I think they deserve to be more than fired, but I think we're working our way towards that. There are some people that are going to have to pay some serious, serious consequences. And I say that as a matter of, like, that's too bad, man. Just in order to deter the brazenness with which these unelected bureaucrats have been operating for decades on end. We have a culture of corruption that we're going to have to bring the hammer down on. You know, like metaphorically speaking, like what mafia used to do to people who would count cards in Vegas. You take them into the back room and you break every finger they got in multiple locations. You make people pay the iron price. It's what's commonly called FAFO these days. F around and find out, you know. That kind of a thing. So we'll see. I'll be interested to see how this develops, but I'm expecting this to take kind of a long time. This whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, I consider this, I suspect it to be the thread. Oh, how do I put this? It's okay. Like when Al Capone got unseated from power, we didn't do it by going after him for the countless murders and racketeering and criminal charges of oppressing people and robbing them blind and threatening them and their families and their lives and stuff. Those are all the horrible, horrible, horrible things that he was guilty of that America really wanted him removed from the picture and removed from the seat of power for, right? The big things. That's my horses breathing. Okay.
Yep.
We got him for tax evasion. And I think that that's what this Epstein list is. This whole thing with Epstein is a whole lot more serious than evading taxes. It's disgusting. But I think this could be the thread that ties to so many different people that it unravels the deep state. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It unravels the deep state. Oh, by the way, I went into my gun locker back at camp and I set things to be stored in the locker so that not everything is on my horse. But we're going to go clean guns here. Where's that at? Road station. Okay, so I think it's over here. So what I'm getting at is that they probably realize that as well. There's a lot of interest in this stuff. Here we go. And so I would imagine that they're going to delay for as long as they can, but I think that they're only delaying the inevitable. Now, I don't know. We'll find out. They're playing for time because it feels like that's the only play they have. So that's something, that's an area I'm encouraged in as well. But I could be wrong in all this. They may be way ahead of where I think they are. When I say they, I'm talking about this mysterious cabal that runs things.
First time? Ammunition's on the shelves, but I keep the guns locked. Take a look at the catalog and I'll pull out anything you'd like to see.
That run things contrary to the way that America is supposed to be run by legal fiat. You know, so they are by definition criminals. These are the people that I'm talking about. And they're made up of a combination of elected politicians and unelected politicians, but the bulk of it seems to be, also special interests.
About the new faces in town. Rhodes is welcome.
Let me see if I can get this dude to shut up.
Types have their way.
How do I clean? What's that star about? Is that a favorite? Did I favorite that? Clean weapon, I see, okay. Yeah, NGOs, that's why they say that we're an oligarchy. You got these special interests. It ties to all of them. So we'll see. We're gonna clean that weapon. I found that the Schofield is not my best weapon. There's another pistol I had that was better. But maybe once they're all clean, it'll be different. That's clean. Clean that. Okay, let's go to the rolling block and see if we can spruce this up. Short scope, medium scope, long scope. I want to put a long scope on this. Barrel. I guess we're good. Wait, select. Improved rifling. Oh, I'm poor again. I'm down to $12.62. All right, fine.
I'll be here.
See if we can go into this hotel and get a bath.
Howdy, fellas. Morning.
This hotel always seemed to be closed. We're gonna go for a ride. I need to get a bath. Up to Valentine, I suppose. Oh, well, we're pretty close to Saint Denis. Saint Denis, Caliga Hall, Beaugray. What time? 37 minutes? Okay, well, I guess we'll give it a shot. What are you? Bounty poster, a show, a tailor, a saloon, a barber, a doctor, a photo studio, another saloon, a fence, a trapper, a general store, a butcher, a post office, a stagecoach, newspaper seller, a show. Well, I don't even see a hotel, man. So maybe we won't go to Saint Denis. All the way up to Valentine is such a long ways away. All right.
33 years ago,
Wait a minute. I don't really want to do that. Oh, shoot. Hey, go, man. Dude. We might have to pay a fine. So I've actually got a lot of news to catch up on. Well, I got a little bit of news to catch up on from yesterday and then all of today's news. And just kind of find out how things are going to develop, not just in the Epstein area, but anywhere else too. There's a lot going on right now. And it's all fascinating to me. I think we live in a very exciting era where there's an awful lot of change happening. I'm rooting for the various people in these different nations. France and Germany are going through an awful lot. The UK is that place is a mess. I want to go into the saloon. Doctor, sheriff's office, hotel, gun store. Is there no? There can't. It's not possible if there's not a saloon in this town. General store, gunsmith, stagecoach, post office. You gotta be kidding me. Ah, there we go. Hey man, I heard yesterday, but I didn't have time to really follow up on it, but it looked like I was hearing that Gene Hackman and his wife committed suicide, and they shot their dog also.
What lovely weather.
I don't know, is that true? Did anybody hear that? Or did I just get got by like some fake news stuff? Like I said, I didn't really have time to look into it. Ada's Parlor. This is a fancy saloon. This is an entire house. This feels like it would be a hotel and a saloon combined. Or a brothel. Be polite, no cussing. Well, it's not a brothel then. A clean house, we service everyone. Fine imported wines and ales, fully licensed premises.
Hello, sir. New in town?
Yeah, kinda, you might say that.
So...
Hello, ladies.
Hey, folks.
Why, hello there, sir.
Sir, good morning.
How do you do?
It's a fancy upscale place.
Y'all in here join?
Uh-oh.
We out there fighting?
Settle down, fellers.
Loonies.
Sunday Southerner, you're in my spot.
Oh my goodness.
Now get!
Oh, there ain't no cause no more. Don't pretend otherwise.
Okay, I'll have your bets, folks.
What's the problem with you all?
Let's begin.
We're trying to make this country something again. Lousy drunk? Pathetic, the lot of it.
Hey, can I get some service?
What do you boys need?
Pair of clean glasses and some damn respect. 20 right
Was
here.
that a dig at MAGA? We're trying to make this country great again? Joke's on you, sucker fools. You made this years ago, and now we're preeminent, man. Screw you. Order cracked wheat and milk. Order fried catfish. Well, am I hungry? No, we're good on our weight. Ever since I looked up some tips on how to eat and like what time to eat and stuff, I've been doing pretty good. Let's see what's
You
upstairs.
just have the sweetest smile.
You talking to me?
You are too kind, man.
Oh, no. Okay. I was like, you trying to find out, lady? You keep flirting with me like that. I think that was a dig at MAGA, and I can't tell you guys how fantastic it makes me feel that the person who wrote that is either right now on our side. Can I just take this? Or stewing in their own juices, just pissed off and angry, right?
Some very strange noise
Yeah, yeah. For the side that says that obsesses with being on the right side of history, you guys are on the wrong side of it. It's awesome. Oh, here we go.
Hit me.
You just have the sweetest.
Blackjack.
I wish my wife.
Well, before we do that, let's smoke a cigar. We're at 45 minutes. I don't have a lot of time left. We better sit down. Oh, I don't have no money either. No, we ain't gambling. We ain't gambling. I got $12 on me.
That's closed, folks.
Is this a bathroom? Bath. Yeah, most salty liberals out there, I just kind of ignore them. I've been in those shoes before. I don't wish nothing on them. I just think they're dumb, you know. And really, that's not even an appropriate way to put it. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're propagandized. That's kind of the definition of propaganda, is that it takes an otherwise smart person and makes them effectively stupid in targeted areas.
I heard that one.
But we're breaking them free in mass amounts, too. That's evidenced by the election. That election, we grabbed everybody, man. That was a landslide victory with the first popular vote win by a Republican in 16 years and only the second in the past 32.
I know a good place where you can kick off your boots.
Oh, that sounds like you making a proposition.
My hopes up for nothing.
So,
For being a clean house, there's some not so clean things going on in here.
Thanks, partner.
So, I don't really feel one way or the other about them. They're really just kind of, they're noise. But for the ones that are real mouthy about it, online and stuff, I really enjoy the fact that they're pissed off. I actually, in fact, I use them as a thermometer. The more that they screech and scream, and especially if they can throw the Nazi term out there and racist and bigot, the more that they're using those buzzwords and talking about threats to democracy and death of a nation and all that's really, really good signs that we're moving in the right people. These are the most wrong people on the planet. They're wrong about everything. And so whatever they're screaming about, usually the opposite is happening. Right? So it's a really, really good sign that things are going real well for me. I'm somebody who believes that revival in America would be a net positive. I mean, as a Christian, of course I'm going to feel that way. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I believe even if I were not a Christian, I would probably be, this is a new phrase. I'm hearing this pop up now. What's called a cultural Christian. In other words, you don't really believe in the deity side of things. You're probably atheistic in that. You don't believe there's a God. But you do believe that the principles and tenets put in the Bible founded one of the greatest nations that the world's ever seen, and that you can find this trend repeated in some other historical nations. And you know, from the architecture to the way that society works to the, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but even the concept of innocent until proven guilty, it actually originates with the Bible. The Jewish people were the first ones. You can find it, I think it's in Deuteronomy, where God tells them how to judge a person. And it's the first society, the first civilization to do it that way. Everybody else, you were considered guilty until proven innocent. Yeah, that's a piece of history. You can go dig into that if you want to. I thought that was fascinating. So, and we got a really good sign here recently where polling shows that, gosh, I might be guilty of overstating this, but this is what they said.
Yeah.
The poll said for the first time ever. Now that's really shocking to me. The first time ever, young men are attending church more often than young women. Now, from one sense, that maybe makes some kind of sense to me in that I believe that women are naturally more spiritual, more tuned in than men are. So I guess in one sense it kind of makes sense from that perspective, but I don't know. I kind of expected there to be a modifier, like for the first time in a long time, like 40 years or something, you know. So whether those people go on to be lifelong Christians or not,
my girl.
I think that's a positive, because you have people at least getting some instruction in a coherent philosophical worldview that gives some purpose and reason to life and why not to do certain things, versus a nihilistic view that nothing means anything. Now you have absolutely no structure. You're just left to your own to come up with your own structure of what's morally right and what's morally wrong. And you're really actually, if you'll listen to the greatest philosophers of this kind of a view, they'll admit to you that there's not a real reason to it. It's just that you do it because without inventing some morals and some a code, some consistency, you're left to nothing but chaos. You know, and that's insane. So you're starting to see this rise. Well, you're seeing a spike in Christianity in general, but then you're also seeing this rise in cultural Christianity, which I think is good.
Slow it up.
Get on the other side of this guy. Girl. Darn it. What about you? A little bit far away. Darn.
Yep.
Yeah, they're jumpy as hell, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're gonna do this old-fashioned way. This is just a reliable method here. How far across are you gonna go? Oh, here. It's a good shot. And, you know, I was just reading Nicole Shanahan, RFK Jr.'s former vice president pick whenever he was running for a presidency. She's Jewish. I didn't know that she was Jewish. And she just recently got baptized. So she's converted. And I think that Whoops. This gives people a good, I guess, baseline. As a Christian, I think it saves their soul, right? But I realize that not everybody listening to me is going to agree with that, and so I'm trying to argue the point that even if you were to not be a full-on believer, this methodology, it provides a nation with an agreed-upon vision of what's right, what's wrong, and why, and one that works. One that has demonstrated success. Now, I know that you can go out there and you can show, okay, well, what about when they were burning witches at the stake and stuff like that? Yeah, you know, you would have a point, but I would argue that that's not consistent with the Bible. That's men using the Bible to justify things that they want to do that are incorrect. And so that's not what I'm referencing. Varmint rifle. Gotcha. We'll bring this back to camp. Go ahead and put the rifle away because this dude's coming up.
Hello?
Hey.
Leave me be.
I will.
Time for you.
Don't do nothing stupid. You should have seen what happened to the last person that did something stupid. All I'm doing is plucking this bird. You push me to the wall, man. You find out.
Okay, girl.
So, I kind of feel like I went off on a tangent there because whenever sometimes I have a hard time doing two things at once. But this idea that I have is that things are moving in a good direction. The nation is reforming. I find that I'm able to speak with more liberals now than in the past few years. Because people, it's not like they're necessarily switching their beliefs. They're not joining MAGA. They're just more open. They've become skeptical enough of their own positions that they're open to listening to contrarian views. And I'm okay with that. I don't want you don't have to bow down to what I believe in right on the spot. I just appreciate the notion that you're willing to... What is this? Oh, home robbery. Okay. That you're willing to entertain the idea, and then that leads to dialogue. You might bring up some points that that help me sharpen or maybe even tweak my own view. You know, so I've experienced a little bit of that recently on some political discussion boards I take part in. And there's a back and forth contribution where each party benefits from having interacted with the other. And as somebody who's been around the block, I'm Gen X. I'm not 23. I'm not even 33. And so I can remember when things were more like this, the discussions, the arguments between people on different sides of the political spectrum were still fairly intense because you're dealing with important matters and differences of opinion on how to handle it. But there was a lot more shared views, and also it was not an existential threat for the other person to hold a different view than you. Whereas here lately, that's been exactly what it is. You know, whether you're talking about Black Lives Matter or abortion, institutional racism, and who is getting institutionally racismed against, right? Here lately, it's been like, if you disagree with me, you're the enemy. Because there's been some truth to that. The positions were so distilled that that to have a different opinion was in nature to be diametrically opposed. And I think we're starting to get away from that. I'm happy. I don't know. I do feel like I'm rambling some. It's hard for me to put it all together because it's such a big... It's really big what's happening. This is a sizable cultural shift that we're seeing. But I'm here for it, man. I am really, really, really excited. Don't shoot me, Sean. Yeah, low on ammo because I took it all. Camp funds 119. Okay. Lenny, don't mind me. I'm just hitching up.
That was some ride. Arthur.
What up, kiddo?
There he is.
Okay, you didn't have nothing to say, really. You're just saying hello. Uncle's going to town, man.
Arthur?
Hey. This is where we need to go. Right here. Okay, we had an hour.
From you in a while, Mr. Morgan.
All right, Pierce.
I'm gonna donate everything. Well, not my herbivore bait or anything. What is this? What am I looking at? Predator bait.
All right. Let me see. Thank you, Arthur.
There we go. Hey, here pretty soon, next week, is what I'm planning on, tentatively. We're going to go see if we could get that bear. That epic bear. I forget what they call it. Legendary? Hey, we're still at average. I don't trust it, man. What time is it? 3:37 p.m. We better eat something. Time venison. With what? What are you? Crackers? I'll eat biscuits. There we go. Okay. We're gonna save it. Right there. Creeping towards 40% done. We're going to work on some main missions, I think, next week also. But first, I want to talk with Javier. We'll probably be working with Javier on Monday's episode. But TGIF, everybody, I hope you had a good week. I hope your weekend is going to be even better. It's a topsy-turvy world, but there sure seems to be a lot of positive change happening. You just got to... You got to get through the turmoil of it all. So wherever you're at in this world, it seems like there's drama all over the place. So I wish you the best. And that's what I'll sign off with. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.